Federal Appeals Court temporarily pauses Trump gag order. A federal appeals court temporarily paused the gag order against former President Donald Trump in his 2020 election case on Friday. The Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia temporarily paused the order issued October 17 by District Judge Tanya Chutkan to allow time to consider Trump's request for a longer freeze on its enforcement pending appeal. The court ordered Trump's appeal to be expedited, requesting briefing from Trump's legal team by November 8 and scheduling oral arguments for November 20. Trending. We are breeding. Generations of little tyrants get the hottest, most important news stories on the internet, delivered free to your inbox as soon as they break. Take just 30 seconds and sign up for WND's email news alerts. The purpose of this administrative stay is to give the court sufficient opportunity to consider the emergency motion for a stay pending appeal and should not be construed in any way as a ruling on the merits of that motion, the appeals court wrote in its order. Chutkan's gag order, which she issued at the request of special counsel Jack Smith, blocks the former president from making public statements, targeting Smith or his staff, the defense counsel or their staff, court staff and witnesses. Trump asked the appeals court Thursday night to pause Chutkan's order, calling it a sweeping, viewpoint-based prior restraint on the core political speech of a major presidential candidate. The gag order silences public criticism of quintessential public figures' speech entitled to the highest level of First Amendment protection, Trump's attorneys wrote. The special prosecutor and his team are high-level government officials who volunteered for highest-profile criminal case in modern history, and thus, thrust themselves into the vortex of this public issue. Time equals 400 ms. Greater than Trump's appeal notes that no court in American history has imposed a gag order on a criminal defendant who is actively campaigning for public office. This story originally was published by the Daily Caller News Foundation. Content created by the Daily Caller News Foundation is available without charge to any eligible news publisher that can provide a large audience. For licensing opportunities of our original content, please contact Email Protected. Important note to WND readers. Our country is going communist, warned Donald Trump recently. It's going Marxist, it's going really bad. He added, the people of our country aren't that way, but the people running it are. Is this just election season bluster and hyperbole, or can the utterly unthinkable be true? Incredibly, it is true. In 2023 America, the Democratic Party, its agendas, its core values, its wall-to-wall dishonesty, and its audacious and utterly ruthless methods, are virtually indistinguishable from those of modern-day communists. Compare the Communist Party USA's website, cpusa.org, where the featured top-of-page story is about trans rights, with the Democratic National Committee's website, democrats.org, and try to discern any substantive difference. America's plunge into atheistic Marxism in virtually every area of life, from weaponizing government and courts to destroy critics and political opponents, to crushing free speech, to corrupting and brainwashing the nation's children, and much, much more, is all stunningly explored in the October issue of WND's critically acclaimed whistleblower magazine, titled, America's Communist Revolution, How the Freest Nation in History is Rapidly Becoming a Marxist Police State. Beyond exposing the Marxist takeover of America's key institutions, this explosive special report goes on to reveal how Marxism, communism is actually a major world religion, albeit a false and malevolent one. It unearths what really motivates the high priests of this truly dark atheistic faith, which has captivated untold millions and murdered millions more. And it vividly illustrates exactly how and why citizens of the greatest nation in history are now experiencing, to quote Barack Obama's words, a fundamental transformation of the United States of America. This whistleblower issue is a crucial wake-up call for all Americans. Whistleblower is available in both the popular print edition and a state-of-the-art digital version, either single issues or discounted annual subscriptions. For 25 years, WND has boldly brought you the news that really matters. If you appreciate our Christian journalists and their uniquely truthful reporting and analysis, please help us by becoming a WND insider.